Hey, welcome to Tough Guys. On this episode, we're going to be installing some new landscape timbers around the edge of our front driveway. We're doing that kind of preemptively before we get our crushed asphalt dropped. So I'm going to go through the process of the type of timbers we bought and how we're going to put them in and how to measure everything out and all that stuff. So thanks for coming along. Be sure to check us out on social media. I'll put some links here in the front. That way you guys can see more of us outside of YouTube, and let's get started. All right, before we head to the front to show you the actual timbers, these are the landscape spikes that we're going to use. These are just at the hardware section at Home Depot. I'll try to put a link up here to show you guys what they actually were. I believe they were 75 cents each, and they are about 3/8 of an inch. So I have a couple options. I've got a standard drill bit that's 3/8 of an inch, and then I've also got one of these. This one seems like I can get a little bit further as far as depth goes into the piece. I'm just going to try both to see which one works better. These are landscape spikes, and let me show you the hammer. So as opposed to using more of a standard hammer, something like this, this is just a 20-ounce cobalt hammer. We're going to use like a mini sledge. I think this might be a 10-pound, but I think it's a 5-pound. Just a bigger surface area, and I don't have to swing it as much, just to get some good contact on the landscape spike. So that's pretty much a rundown of all the tools that we're going to need in order to get these things done, other than the saws to actually cut the timbers, which we'll show in the front. I've got everything loaded up in our little toolbox here. We're going to carry it around to the front. Screw gun, the bits, spray paint to mark where the timbers are going to go, the circular saw, everything's cordless, ready to go. The dump truck is here. We can't get too much footage because we can't get real close to it, but just wanted to show you guys what's going on. And once that's done, we'll get it spread out next. All right, so we had the asphalt dropped and 3 big piles. We still have to get all the railroad ties. No, not railroad ties, they're landscape timbers. We got to get those in the ground, and helpers are here. Indy, say hi. So we got the helpers. We're gonna get one side of these in the ground or kind of laid out where they need to go, and then we're gonna start spreading out all of this stuff. All right, so we've got our rigid screw gun, and we've got a drill bit in there, and that's gonna be to drill the holes for these big nails that go into the timbers. And basically we're gonna get those holes drilled so that we can start putting them in place. It's our cameraman helping today. You're doing good? You ready to help?
Yeah, Mr. Right.
All right, so we wanted to get where the first timber set in place. Just use an extra piece of wood and get this thing propped up a little bit. That way you can have a gap so that when you're drilling through, you're not putting your drill into the dirt underneath. And now I've got a hole to put the nail in. All right, and here's one of those big nails, and we'll get it started. Let me see it. To get the bigger sledgehammer for these. So I was trying to get this one nailed in, and I couldn't get it any further than this, and you can see it started to bend the nail, and I wanted to dig this out. There's actually a concrete slab down here. I don't know what it's for. I don't know how well it's gonna show up on my camera, but there is a slab of concrete down here. I have no idea what that is. This is about 8 or 9 inches underneath the dirt. Now our house is, give or take, 90 years old. So this bit of concrete here could be from any number of time, but it's so far under the dirt, I'm just not sure. So I've got to try to reposition this or get some shorter spikes so I can actually nail this in. All right, so we tried to spread all that, didn't we? Yeah, we're gonna end up getting a, my wife's cousin has like some kind of equipment he can come out here and push it. So I think we're gonna do that because just trying to move that over the last like 20 minutes, we made like no impact. So that's what we're gonna try to do. All right, so we got a lot of the timbers down on one side and we got a lot of the stuff spread out the other day with my wife's cousin. So let me show you what we've got so far, and we've still got to put the whole other side where the timber's down. So here's what we've been able to do so far. We did get it spread out pretty nice. And on this side, we've got the timbers in, going around. It's got our truck parked here kind of in the way. It's got a little bit more rake work to do. Then we got to put that last timber in, and then all the timbers on the other side still have to be done. But he did a good job with his tractor getting this stuff spread out for us. There's no way we could have done it with the rake, as you guys saw, it would have taken like 50 hours. And then we also have the other driveway in the back over there done as well. So flowers are blooming, sunny day, looks nice. Memphis is up here on the truck. What are you doing?
Balancing my shoes on my toes.
All right. You guys hamming it up today?
Yeah.
Indy, show off your Demolition shirt. All right, so we've got this side prepped and ready to start setting the timbers in place. I've got everything raked out and cleaned so that I can get them drilled and nailed down. And then I also use the shovel to bring some of my excess over to this side to get this side looking good so we can pull out of here better. So next step is set the timbers on this side, nail them in, and then we're done. All right, so we got this line of timbers placed as they should be actually placed. The next step is to drill out the holes and place the landscape timber nails into them, and then they'll be set in place, and then just rake this stuff back in to basically touch it up against the edge. We got the same thing as last time. Get the pre-drilled holes, and we're gonna hammer these in, and we're gonna go all the way down this side before we move the asphalt back into this zone here with the rake. There you go. back here in front of the workshop, it's a little bit different of a spot. So there's the shop, and we had this large area. We wanted to be able to park 3 trucks in here. So I think it worked pretty well. We spread it all the way over into the alley and then spread it all the way over past this part of the door, and then just kind of went straight out all the way to the road. So all in all, we did about 25 tons, and it seemed to cover both the front driveway and the rear really well. All right, well, thanks for watching this video. We really appreciate it. It wasn't super technical or super difficult, just laying some landscape timbers and spreading out the asphalt in the yard. So we hope you enjoyed this one, and if you love what we do, come check us out on social media, as well as considering subscribing to the channel. As we grow and get more people interested in what we do, it's gonna let me make more videos for you guys to check out. So at Tough Guys TV, everywhere. And if you have any ideas or things we could have done different, please leave those in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next project.